Hello, thank you for joining A Moment with Lynda. My name's Lynda Shelton, and today we're going to be answering questions in regards to Ozempic, semaglutide, or any GLP-1 that you may be on. You should still watch this. Now, my journey started when I found out I was pre-diabetic. My doctor prescribed me Ozempic. Now, up until that time, I had not been on any medications other than I was hypertension, different things that I've done. I didn't have to take that anymore. So I was real reluctant to get on any kind of medication for my diabetes. So I started first trying to do it on my own, was not able to do it. And with that being said, diabetes is reversible. I'm still trying to reverse it now since I've got my eating under control. Now, just to tell you a little bit about my obesity issue, when I was younger, I didn't have a problem all the way up to my teenage years, early 20s. When I got pregnant, that's when I had some little extra weight that I could never shake off. I could never get that weight off. And we're talking about 10, 15 pounds. I would lose it, gain it back, lose it, gain it back. So as I started getting older into my 30s, I started noticing every year I'm picking up a little bit, like a couple of pounds every year. By the time I got to my 40s, I start shifting to perimenopausal, and that is when a lot of my issues started as far as weight gain, gaining 5, 10 pounds every year, and ended me up where I'm at now. No matter how much I was dieting on my own, how much I was exercising, yes, I could lose a little weight, but nowhere close to what I lost on Ozempic. So in that aspect, it really has become a game changer for me. I still have some more weight I want to lose, so I am looking at other alternatives. I'm currently not taking Ozempic. I'm just maintaining my weight and just diet and exercise. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, guys. I am a mother. I have a daughter. I have a grandson. I currently live in Houston. So with that being said, that's where my life is. And let's jump into it. One of the things that I was asked on eating, what do I eat? So I'm going to have to back all the way up. I want to make it very clear, and this is a tip for you. Anything outside of the grocery store aisles is a more healthier choice. Anything in the aisles are heavily processed foods, and you need to stay away from those if you're trying to be on a diet. So that should help. The main things I ate were salads, baked chicken, anything, soups, a lot of different things that I did eat. But those were like the main ones. And especially when you change your dosages, like for example, when you go from 2.5 to 0.50, I started out with 2.5 for like a month, and then I increased. That's when I learned to start eating more light, like soup, something that is more of a liquid. Because you do, for me, I started having more of the gastro problems that they talk about Ozempic and some of the other medications. So that helped me with getting the, keeping those side effects down, is just maintaining my eating, be conscious. I'm increasing. So let me get like lighter choices. Even in snacks, what I ate was going to be more of, if I wanted something sweet, I might get the 25 calorie Dole. And it doesn't have to be Dole, it can be whatever brand, but the real light pops, that would be something that I eat for sweet. Or the Skinny Girl, or I think it's the Skinny Girl, the ice cream sandwich, and keep those to a minimum because they're not 25 or 50 calories. Those are more like 100 calories. But again, it does curb your appetite, so you can just eat one of those. Another thing that I ate a lot of, I liked potato chips, Doritos, things like that. So I found the veggie straws, and that helped me curb my appetite a lot and have a healthier snack that I'm eating that's lower in calories. Now, the other question was, is what should I do? When should I be increasing my dosages? I know for me, and that you really want to heavily talk to your doctor about it or what your plan is. But for me, my doctor really wanted me at 0.50. So she ramped me up. She went from 0.25. I stayed on that for about 4 weeks to 0.50. And I stayed on that for the majority of the time. I was on Ozempic for about a year, a couple months. And for most of the time, I was on 0.50. Then I got to a point where I was not losing maybe a pound a month to where she moved me up from 0.50 to 1.0. Now, the other thing that I received is about cardiovascular concerns. No, there's been a study, Ozempic and Wegovy was really studied, or semaglutide was really studied before it even became FDA approved. And one thing that they found out is that it helped prevent heart events. So it's actually, if you're taking that Ozempic, Wegovy, semaglutide, it's very possible that if you were going to have a stroke or heart attack, you may not even have one. So that was one thing that I found out and I was very excited about. And also, it does not give you a high like a lot of the pills did back in the 80s, like I can't even think, fen, things like that, phentermine. It doesn't make you feel anxious and, shaky and stuff like that. You don't feel anything. And what it does, it just slows down your gastric system and releases more of the GLP-1 so that your body's emptying process slows down tremendously. So when I say slow down, that's why you hear some complaints about the stomach issues and stuff like that. What I've found that works for me, again, is just eating very healthy foods. Question is about protein. If you should be eating more protein, whenever you're trying to reduce and you're going to lose weight fast like this, you can be losing muscle mass. So therefore, it is recommended to eat more protein. Meats, no, that does not mean that. What it does mean is eat more protein. You can get protein shakes. You can get eggs have a lot of protein in it. Peanut butter has a lot of protein. So you can get sources of protein from other things other than the meats. Now, I did eat a lot more soups, and I even now eat a lot of chicken soups and stuff like that. So I do get my protein that way. Question was, have I tried the carnivore diet? My take on trying different diets that I have, they just don't work for me long term because I like to eat a variety of stuff. So therefore, any type of diet that's restricting my diet is not going to work for me. I do like meat, so I can't just be strictly a vegan. However, I've gotten more into just being able to eat a lot more vegetables, like just salad, and maybe don't even have any meat in it. So I have gotten to that point because of that. So you slowly transition. Do I see myself being a vegan one day? Who knows? But at this point, I have, cut back a lot on the meat eating and lean more towards, strawberries, berries, stuff like that, and nuts and meats. I usually do them in soups or some kind of little dish or something like that. So it's not as much meat. Another thing that was also mentioned, and I've tried to take them off their advertisement on semaglutide. That is not me doing it. That is other people doing it. I am not asking them to do that. I do try to take it down because this is not something that I support. If you're taking any type of medication, I would do it only under doctor control. I think this answers all the questions that I didn't answer. I thank you for joining A Moment with Lynda. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.